I'm Rek Kwawer with the North American Students of Cooperation, or NASCO. Today we're going to be talking about meetings that rock and how facilitation can make a difference in your meetings. Facilitation is a key part of making meetings work. We're going to talk about some ways that you can help facilitate your house's meetings. As a facilitator, there are some tools you can use. A speaking stack allows everyone to know that they will have a chance to speak. Keep track of everyone who raises their hand and write down people's names in order. This requires that the stack be tracked and announced continually. People then know when they'll be able to speak their mind. Round robins, where you have everyone go around and say their opinion about something, can be really great for when everyone has something to say at once. You close the stack and announce a round robin and just go around in a circle, giving everyone a chance to respond. The floor. Whoever holds the floor should be able to speak their mind, and if you need to interrupt, ask the person holding the floor to let you do so. Some co-ops like to have an object that the person who has the floor will hold to indicate that that is the person who has the floor and who gets to speak at this time. It can be helpful to have a timekeeper. This can be a volunteer who can call out when you are halfway through an item, 5 minutes before the end of an item, or when you're at the time. You can always choose to extend the time, but your co-op can do that intentionally by voting rather than by accidentally forgetting how long you had allotted for something. A fist to 5 poll is a great way to quickly gauge support without voting. A fist is total opposition. Holding up all 5 fingers is strong support, and people can choose to hold up any number of fingers between the fist and 5. If everyone holds up their hand at the same time, you can get a sense of whether the group is in favor or opposed to something. Counting speaking turns. If there's an issue involving power dynamics, you can explicitly ask for people who have been quiet to consider speaking, or you can pay attention to who has been speaking the most and who has been speaking least, and prioritize the stack based on that. Here's an activity that you can do to practice facilitating a discussion or meeting. Think about a time when you facilitated and wished you'd done something differently. Or if you haven't facilitated because you haven't been sure of how to, maybe someone else has a topic that they'd like to try facilitating. You can do practice sessions with your housemates or with other people in your co-op. Some other tools that might come up as helpful when you're doing these practice sessions. The direct response. Sometimes you may need to engage the current speaker directly and cannot wait for the stack. Many co-ops have a hand gesture for this. Be careful not to abuse this. Direct responses really are for when you need to give information and can't wait until the person has finished speaking. Similar to these are points of information. Without the factual information you need to share, the discussion won't make progress. Again, be careful not to abuse this, but if you have critical information that will impact what is being said, you should definitely share it. And finally, zombies are a humorous way to indicate that the speaker has wandered off topic and is now discussing their plans for surviving the zombie plague. The hand gestures for these are fairly simple, and your co-op may have seen them. This is usually direct response. Points of information is a triangle, and zombies is the zombies. Another item that you've probably seen in your co-op is twinkling, or showing agreement by wiggling your fingers. This saves some time because not everyone needs to speak up to say, I agree, and instead can just gesture it. As a facilitator, it can be helpful to help move the discussion forward by suggesting tabling, or moving an item to a future meeting. This can be productive when the discussion has stalled and time is running low or tempers are running high. You can also count how many times people are speaking. This is a little bit trickier as a non-facilitator, but anyone can do this and can bring up the results of their count. Hopefully these are helpful hints that will give you a better chance to facilitate your house's meetings. Thank you.